Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the King Richardson channel. And that is a Rolls Royce. All praises be to Allah. Thank you for tuning in to the King Richardson channel, where we're turning the peasant mindset into the king mindset. And I always like when I have cars like that around me. It means I'm vibrating at least near that type of energy. And that's what you want for real, man. Today's video is going to be a little brief. I wasn't going to make a video today, but I felt like let's keep the consistency going. I've been getting a lot of subconscious cues. And it's crazy because a lot of things that are in the book Outwitting the Devil, I be noticing they actually becoming true. One thing that I notice is like in there, you know, you have where the devil is saying that, and I am driving, so it's gonna be hard for me to not like look down, but I'm just gonna make this video as safe as I can. But anyway, one thing is, you know, I be really over females, and like right now, as I was looking at advice yesterday, like if you want to be rich, honestly, unless you are really, really lucky to pick the right woman, you probably don't want to be in a real relationship. You probably don't want to be in a real relationship, right? So for me, I've already come to grips, like I don't mind. I love women, so I'm going to talk to women if I like them, we like each other, and we end up talking. That's just what it is. But I'm really over like pursuing them. Like I'm not really trying to too much entertain them right now, because I think they produce a distraction if y'all not like trying to be together. But since I did that, I've been meeting some women. I even met somebody yesterday, right? And she's already playing games, in my opinion. Like, I'm just like, what is that? I feel like it's a distraction, you know? So I'm probably gonna cut that off immediately, because it's already starting off weird, you know. And it's just like I'm too mature for it. I don't got time for it. Another thing is like once the devil sees that that's not working, he'll come in other ways, like gluttony. Like I noticed my eating habits, I've willingly been eating a lot of snacks, you know, and I've been running a lot, but I noticed the snacks are taking over. So I was able to stop eating, like I was eating stuff like Panda Express, McDonald's. I was able to stop eating that for 2 weeks, and that's going well. But the other thing is now I'm eating stuff like ice cream, chips, stuff I know. See what I mean? Like, as soon as I say that, I see some gorgeous woman, like that's my type, like exactly my type. It's crazy to me. Like I be thrown off. Women be on their phones, just on their phones. You hear me? But yes, she is distracting. This is how fine this girl is. Like she distracting the hell out of me now. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's a distraction right there. Jeez. But anyway, So I gotta put an end to that now today. I got some more chips in there. I'm thinking about just throwing them away. They are just not. Doritos are so unhealthy, man. So it's just like I gotta get rid of that. The habit, man. It's just not a good habit to have. And I noticed those two direct things. Because I'm doing well in a lot of other areas, and I'm hitting a certain level to where the devil's sending other areas. You know, I'm doing good in other self-discipline in other areas, and the devil's like, all right, I'm gonna send these women to distract you. And you know, 9 times out of 10, these women aren't gonna be serious. You know, they just there to distract. You know, it's a test. So noticing them, I'm gonna make the adjustments, and moving forward, we just gonna have to just be like, all right, you know, for me, I'm not tripping on not dating a woman, because I'm saving money by not dating you. Like, me not taking you out to a date does not hurt me. It doesn't hurt me. It makes me save much more money. Instead of going on a date, I don't gotta spend money on looking no type of way. I can wear my regular stuff. You know, this hoodie costs what? $17? It's a decent hoodie, but like, I don't have to look any type of way. You know. So that's really what I be thinking. And then for the food, it's like, I mean, the snacks, that's saving more money if I just don't eat snacks and I just go grocery shopping. I'll literally be saving money. Like, so those two things I gotta do. So then it's like, what do I replace it with? As for women, I gotta just use that as motivation. I can't replace women, but it's certain things I'm gonna have to do. I'm probably gonna have to get my PlayStation 5 back. I'm not gonna say what I plan on doing as far as that, but I want to do something with that. And then I'm gonna start working out. I'm probably gonna get a little boxing setup. It's a couple things you could really do, but I need to start thinking that. And you know, I could deep dive into other things completely. So that's really what I want to do, because I'm no longer trying to be on TikTok. TikTok has become a distraction. Like, the algorithm isn't what it used to be. It has a little bit of funny stuff, but majority, man, it just be like, oh no, it just be a lot of nonsense and just women on there just trying to get attention, man. I'm not with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not with that, man. So that's just what it is for me. So I'm gonna call this video adjustments. You know, when you get to a certain level and you're trying to break hypnotic rhythm and move to the next level through your subconscious mind cues, you can see. I noticed once I hit a certain type of plateau and I want to celebrate, I always order something more expensive than I would regularly order, and that would be like hook and reel, some like a seafood boil or something from the Hamilton, some sushi. This stuff costs like $40-$50 a pop. I did a lot of that last week. I'm not doing that no more. So it's just making the adjustments to be like, all right, this is why I'm feeling like this, and just fighting through it. Like, really getting into a groove, being like, yeah, I'm going to just bear down and get to this level. I shouldn't feel accomplished. If I want to go to the next level, I have to fall in love with the hustle, the process. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm just like, all right, I love this process. I think a lot of stuff be sent to distract me, and I'm noticing it. So I'm making adjustments before it gets out of hand, because this has happened before. Obviously, it's always gonna happen. Your subconscious mind is there to protect you, or make sure you don't go too far out your comfort zone. If you let it do what it's supposed to do, then you don't go back to your comfort zone. Me, I want to feel uncomfortable. The comfortability, that I have been in for most of my life has been poor, peasant mindset, broke mentality, stuff like that, pain and all that. So, being out of shape, allowing the women to temporary women to distract me, eating too many snacks when I'm not, I think eating was my first vice, because I used to be young. When I was young, I was short and chubby, I was really short and not healthy when I was a young kid, all the way up to like 16, 17. I got in a little bit of shape, around that time. And then, it's been up and down with that. But I had new vices that, instead of eating, I smoked weed, I drank. Once I started, I was always, honestly, I never was really a super duper drinker. I was more of a smoker. Like I liked the weed more than I liked just drinking. Because with drinking, I always go too far and all that. But that's just to point out, my first vice was really eating. So when I'm not doing the smoking or drinking, the other one I have to conquer is the eating. And then after that, it would definitely be just the women. Just like, not saying that I can't meet somebody that's serious. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you can meet a lot of women that are just sent, that aren't really ready to be serious, or it's just not serious for me. But I don't know, they just kind of sent to distract you. It's weird. But that's really what I wanted to talk about today. This video is way longer than I thought it would be, but all praises be to Allah. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share the video. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Have a great rest of your day.